Well, hi, gang. It is Thursday night, and it should be Jahida and myself, but um, poor, poor Miss Jahida. She has had one heck of a week, and so she is actually. My hair is poking up like I'm some scarecrow woman. Anyway, Miss Jahida is not here tonight. And I'm not at her office because it's pitch dark black. She has had one heck of a week. We are still 3 weeks out in Lehigh. We are still pretty much in hurricane recovery mode. And her office, she keeps losing power. So she's had to cancel patients, I don't know how many times at this point, but today I took her our lights, our hurricane light, our Africa lights that we've been using for power in Florida. And she saw patients by solar light. And so you can look on her personal page or my page and you'll see those lights. But anyway, after hours, she's been at Home Depot buying new lights for her office, and that's where she is. So she just called me. She just finished. So hopefully she is going to put her poor little broken toesies up because she actually has a stress fracture in her foot on top of all of that too. So poor baby, she's not doing great. So hopefully next week we'll be back together. Actually, you know what? Next week we may not be back together. I may still be in Orlando. I don't know for sure. But is that you? Did you sign on? See, the thing about when I'm on Friends Together, hey Forrest, yay, Forrest is on. It's hard for me to see who's on when I'm on the Friends Together thing. Anyway, so this week has been an awesome week, but I came home to some super goodies today, so I am stoked. I know some of you saw me on my personal page have a complete meltdown this week, but there's all kinds of stuff going on, and I think we're all at that kind of tipping point, maybe emotionally, spiritually, physically, between hurricanes and the stuff in Puerto Rico and now the shooting. I think a lot of us are in that kind of emotional crisis zone, especially if you're living through hurricane recovery. Forrest is on. I know he's certainly still living in hurricane recovery mode in Jacksonville as we are down here. And boy, I'm telling you, when I turned on the TV the other day and saw the potential of another storm, I was just ready to get on a plane and fly. Just go anywhere that storm wasn't going to come. But now I'm worried about the folks in toward New Orleans, I guess. So anyway, time for that to take a hike. But I want to say thank you real quick to the girls in my Cape Coral Government class today and the girls in my Lee County Sheriff's Office class today. We had 2 commiseratory sessions, I think, of just kind of getting there for each other because everybody's in the same land. So that was great. So before we talk real Friends Together business tonight, because I'm waiting on a couple other people to pop on, I want to say thank you to some folks. So look what I got today. So the first thing I got was this. So if you're watching and you're wondering what in the world is that, that's bath mats, or they're bath mats, they're floor mats. With everything that was ruined in my house in the hurricane, which is an awful lot, like my whole linen closet was one of those things, and all my mats, everything. So this is what I spent my birthday money on. There's 3 that aren't here yet, but my new mats came today, and so you can tell they have an African theme. So I'm excited. So that's what they look like. I know, it's the little things that excite you, right? Right, Forrest? How cool? So they were on Amazon and they were on clearance. And so who knew you could find African, and I wasn't looking for African themed bath mats. But the next thing that came, I don't think Kelly's on. I can't tell. But Mr. Mazzell, Kelly, my bestie, always bestie, my birthday present for him from him came, and is that one of those coloring mats? No, they're colored that way. I mean, they came that way. Oh, the other one? No, it's like a mala. It's supposed to be like a meditation mat, but I'm going to use it in front of my tub. But you probably could color it actually, but that's the color it's supposed to be. So Kelly and I normally go to a conference together. Hey, Mara. Kelly and I normally go to a conference together in Savannah every year, and I wasn't at the conference this year, and he sent my birthday present from all things Savannah. So he waited to mail it because of the hurricane, so it came today. So anybody that knows me knows I love my sweet tea. So when life gives you lemons, put them in your sweet tea. So that's very cute. And then I got, if you don't know me, I don't cook. So on my thing up there is a thing about, those of you that, something about cooking in my cereal. So this matches it, but it says there's nothing a little fried chicken and sweet tea won't fix, and that's for daggum sure. And today I had to go to this meeting, and it was actually at Bahama Breeze, which, that doesn't really match my diet very well. So it's funny because I was texting Kelly from the meeting today, and I sent him a picture of what I was eating, which was definitely not on my diet because I had conch fritters. And I texted him a picture of the conch fritters, and he said, that doesn't look like diet food. And I said, well, I'm having to listen to some politicians that I don't affiliate with. And I said, so guess what I had to order too? And so most people would guess that you're at Bahama Breeze, well, you must have ordered a drink or whatever. And I'm like, but of course he knew. I ordered sweet tea. So that's what, anyway. So I got a magnet, and I got one of those little things that if you were a cook that you would put your spoons, I don't know what they're called. I have no idea what those are called. Mara probably does because Mara has a kitchen and she has cookie stuff. Diet food. Did I eat? No, we don't eat diet food first. Mara doesn't eat diet food either. Then I got a shirt from Savannah, and this is the coolest thing. I didn't want to rip the paper, so I left it in the paper. But it's from, there's this beautiful Native American store. And so inside here is a jigsaw puzzle, which is supposed to be distressing. We all need some de-stressing, right? So anyway, I got birthday presents. And that's fun. So that's what I came home to, so I feel so much better. Like, I'm excited. It's cool. So that was my fun day. That was good. So anyway, Friends Together news this week. Woohoo! We have big news, really big, exciting news. So I guess I've given everybody a good time to get on. When you're on the Friends Together page, it doesn't tell you who all's on, and it doesn't give you numbers at the top and stuff. So anyway, last Thursday night after Jahida and I did the live show, I came home, opened a mail, and we had a wonderful donation. And it was $1,000 donation, and $500 for the pad project, and $500 for the building project. So $1,000 donation. So that was super, super exciting. And hey, Tracy. So that was our wonderful news for this week. So immediately I put the $500 off to Shoy to hit the send button. She takes care of all the wire transfers to Tanzania because I'm not good at all that stuff. So you should always have young people handle anything that has to do with that kind of stuff. So Shoy took care of that, and so the $500 went off. So that's our second set of money for pads for this year. So that will bring us, actually we sent $550 off. So that'll bring us up to 1,000 pads for our 10,000 goal for this year. So we're right on target for that. And I'm looking at the board. So I'm pretty sure that brings us, yep, to 1,600. Does that, am I right about that? 1,000, 1,100. 1,500. That brings us to 1,500 in the building fund. So that brings us to 1,000 pads and 1,500 in the building fund. So I think we're off to a rocket start, because really that's pretty much in 6 weeks, 7 weeks since we've been back from Africa. So I'm good with that. And that doesn't count the birthday money from the Facebook thing, because that's not in yet. And Tracy, I want to say thank you. Tracy donated his birthday on Facebook to Friends Together as well. So his thing was running last week as well. And it takes about 3 or 4 weeks, whatever, for them to transfer that from Facebook. But that'll come in. And so that's awesome. So it was a really good week last week. So we're excited about that. So we're still in hurricane mode. Obviously, personally, I'm still in hurricane mode. If you could just see what's happening in this house. We still have not had an adjuster. The adjuster called another adjuster, because they keep calling and rescheduling. Called yesterday to schedule for Saturday, and I thought he meant as in tomorrow or day after tomorrow, but no, he meant next Saturday. And they're coming from Missouri. So, as the mole is growing down my walls. But anyway, we have an order in on Amazon for lights that will get off to Puerto Rico. We have several of our families that are originally from Puerto Rico, and they still have lots of family members in Puerto Rico. And then Tom Evans in Lakeland has some folks in Puerto Rico as well. So we have a back order on Amazon, because I ordered the lights. It said they were still available, but they're out. But they'll hopefully be here in the next 10 days anyway, and then we'll get those headed off. I was hoping we'd get them in time to give to Jack Garcia to get them down there with his load that he took with his family. But anyway, we have those on order, and we'll be getting those headed down. If you are in the Southwest Florida area and you're watching this, we are collecting the clinic, the HIV clinic in Fort Myers is being used as a collection point for JetBlue. And so Friends Together is, picking up for people who can't get there. So if you see this and you have supplies, there's a list that I keep posting on my page. If you have any of those supplies or whatever, and you don't have a special place you want those to go to, like in the stuff that we're shipping. We're just shipping lights. That's all we're doing for Puerto Rico. So the only thing we're doing is taking money and buying the lights, the solar lights. So that's the only thing we're personally shipping to Puerto Rico. Anything else we'll collect from you, and we'll take to the clinic, to the McGregor Clinic, and have that sent by JetBlue. And that'll go wherever it goes. So the only thing that we personally will ship ourselves are the solar lights. So anyway, if you want to donate money toward the solar lights, or you want to go on our Amazon wish list and purchase them and have them delivered here, then we'll take care of shipping them. However, if anybody wants to do that, that's fine. But if you are in the Southwest Florida area and you want to do anything that's on the list and you can't get it to the McGregor Clinic, if you let myself know, or one of our volunteers in this area, we'll pick it up and we'll make sure we get it to the McGregor Clinic for you. If you are in Central Florida, there's several drop-off areas in Tampa, and I've posted those a couple of times, so those are available. If you have stuff for Immokalee or Lehigh, which is different stuff than what's on that list, but a lot of it is, obviously the same, particularly when it comes to water. People still need water here. People still need drinks. There are still an awful lot of people in this area without electricity, or sporadic electricity, just like Jehida's office. So the solar lights, we've gotten any of our families that don't have lights, we've gotten them the solar lights already, so we don't have a specific need for any of our Friends Together families with the solar lights, but there's certainly, you know, people in Immokalee and stuff that, you know, if somebody wanted to donate to that, that would be fine. But water is still a real need. We can't drink our water. No one in Lehigh should be drinking their water. No one in North Fort Myers should be drinking their water. All the wells are testing positive for E. coli, and I don't know if something that starts with a C. It's not cholera, but it's something else. So, you know, everybody has to brush their teeth with bottled water. Everybody has to drink water, so out of, you know, bottled water and that kind of stuff. So, and in some areas, people can't bathe with their water still. So, you know, those kinds of things are still, you know, a lot of need in this region. So we are still buying those sorts of things and dropping them off at the drop-off centers too. So if anybody wants to help with any of that, if you're in the area and you just want to pick stuff at Sam's, and let me know and I can pick it up for you or drop it off. Or if you just want to know where you can drop it off, if you know, message me, I can let you know those things. Or if you're out of the area and you want to help somebody, you know, let us know. I know Tracy's on, and I'm sure there's still places, obviously there's still a lot of places in his area in Houston that need it. So if, you know, if you want to help with the Harvey folks, I'm sure Tracy can let us know where we can send stuff out there. Yep, it's out of our scope, but there's a lot of HIV folks that, you know, it's not out of our scope because everybody needs it, and people's immune systems can't take, you know, where they're at. So it is what it is. So just got to do what we got to do these days for sure. So that's where we are with all that. As far as trip details for next trip, I thought I would have the dates kind of secured this week, but Nancy from Zara happens to be in Kenya, and it's kind of neat. They posted a picture today. She said they tagged me in a picture today in Kenya, and our two separate travel groups are. Our friends from two different travel companies are both at the same meeting in Kenya together, and they've met up and they're hanging out. So that's kind of fun for us because they've met up, and we're friends with both sets of them. So now they'll be friends. So that's really kind of cool for us. So anyway, hopefully by next Thursday I'll have some more stuff locked in place. But I had misread something, so our dates are going to kind of pop back to late June, early July, because it's not a solar eclipse, it's a lunar eclipse. So that's definitely not worth popping our dates down to the later July. I don't know how I misread that. I saw it like 4 times, and it wasn't just me, like 2 other people had misread it. So I guess we were so in the eclipse mode, we just saw the big word eclipse like 4 times, and all of us saw eclipse and took it to be solar eclipse. I'm not even sure what a lunar eclipse is, but well, I know what a lunar eclipse is, but it's not something for us to change our dates for. So hopefully we'll have that locked into place in the next 10 days anyway or so. So we'll have that ready to go. We do have the Change for Change stuff ready to go. So if anybody's watching this and you have a school group, a church group, a women's group, a civic organization, a organization where you work that would be willing to collect change either for a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever that would be, for the reusable sanitary pad project, we're ready to go with that. You know, it's flexible. It can be around however they want to do it. And so last year we had people do it one of 2 ways, either collect one denomination, like it started out to be a dime drive, and then people wanted to just collect change, and so we kind of you know, changed it up and let people do whatever they wanted, because if people wanted to collect quarters, that was wonderful, so we didn't care. But you know, we started out just collecting dimes because one was just, my son was just calling me, so clearly he's not on the watching. So anyway, so me again, clearly not watching. So anyway, it can be done with dimes, quarters, nickels. It can be done multiple, changes. It can be done with pennies. We don't care. So if you know anybody interested in doing that, now's the time to start getting those kinds of things off the ground. Kids get community service hours for it, whether they're in, high school, middle school, or if they're in college. It can count toward community service hours. We're grateful to give them letters toward that. If they're looking for scholarships or they're in Florida, kids have to do a certain amount of community service hours in high school to graduate. So it's a good project for that. So anybody looking to do that, we're ready to go with that. So anyway, I guess that's pretty much the news for this week. Sorry I don't have my partner in crime. I'm hoping she'll be feeling a whole lot better. Everybody say a little good thought for her and hope that her foot is better and that electricity is in her office next week. If you missed the beginning of the show, Jahida her power's back off at her office, but not to be deterred. She's seeing patients. She saw patients today with our solar lights, and because she's been having to counsel patients, and so she's like, no more. My patients are sick and they got to be seen. So whether we're in Africa or Lehigh, we get things done. So I hope everybody has a good and safe week. Next Thursday, I guess I won't be with her Thursday, but maybe we may have to do a show on a different day. I will be in Orlando next week. I'll be free Thursday night. Actually, if anybody's in Orlando and wants to eat with me Thursday, I have a $25 gift certificate for my birthday. Actually, I think I have a $50 gift certificate for my birthday, and I want to go to, it's for, oh my gosh, the Volcano Restaurant. Laura, what's the name of the Volcano Restaurant? The one with the elephants and the giraffes and all those things in there. Anyway, that's where I'm going to go eat. So I'm speaking at a conference all day up there, but I'm free after 3 if anybody's in Orlando. That's where I plan to eat. So I love you guys. Hope everybody has a great week. Praying for Vegas, praying for Texas, praying for Puerto Rico, praying for all of us. And be safe out there. Be alert. Pay attention. Watch where you're at.